Well, hello everybody. This is NJ with Cody Ironworks. I don't know, I got in a creepy Halloweeny mood this morning, so we started with a bolt, and I have no idea what size bolt this is. It's probably a half inch, something like that. So I'm fullering down the shoulder using two different styles of dies here, spring fuller underneath the treadle hammer, and then kind of just working it back out. And that a little simple spring tool underneath this works real good on that little stuff like that. Being able to use your foot is a very good thing with this. It really gives you a lot of options. What a lot of people don't realize is how many tools you use to do something as simple as this little spooky little skull that I'm doing here. So I've already used two different sets of tongs, a spring tool, two different hammers, and a fuller, one fuller. I didn't count it up, but I think before you're all said and done, I probably used 12 or 15 different tools, not counting the anvil, for this little process, because you have to have a lot of tongs, because as you shape this, one set just won't hold it. Okay, so there you can see I'm just working on kind of dressing down the shape of that head, and then we're going to cut this off with a Hardy. So this is the second Hardy tool I've used in here. This is a butcher. The other one was a fuller. This is a little header tool I made. It's actually domed up on the other side where I've stuck that in there, and there you can kind of see that I've domed that up, so it allows you to go around that hole that's not flat. And the reason you do that is that hole is a little smaller than the Hardy hole in the anvil. And so it makes your shoulder a lot nicer. And then there I'm using that's a Pritchel. And there's a round Pritchel. I think I'm working on eyes there. Yeah, that's eyes and nose. And I used a square one. If I was going to do a bunch of these, I'd make up some special tooling. But I only do a couple of them a year, so I'm not going to spend an hour making a nose punch. I'm just going to get along with what I've got. So this is just back and forth, dressing. Okay, there's mouth. That's a hot chisel. And I'm doing his mouth there. Here we go, a little more here. Just kind of setting up the mouth shape with a hot chisel. Now I've got this weird little, I made this tool for pulling teeth on a rasp when you hand make a rasp. And I thought, well, I'll just try this and see what the teeth and the mouth is probably the hardest part of doing one of these. Well, I didn't really like the shape of him, so we're going to kind of try to square up his nose, get the nose in the middle of his face. There I'm working on his mouth, putting gaps for the teeth or stitches or whatever you want to call this. This is an artistic license here, using the tools that I have. But I used four different punches on that. And drawing down I got an idea of what I wanted to do. I've done bottle openers and all kinds of stuff out of these heads, but I wanted to do maybe something a little more jewelry-y. So I made a stick pin. We're going to draw this down. And that's quite a bit of work to draw that half inch down to, I don't know, it's maybe an eighth of an inch. So there's a lot of drawing down there. It takes a little time to draw all that down. Drawing down. There you can see it. I'm putting the bend in. That's a piece of rifle barrel. If I'd been smart, I would have bent this, instead of bending this in the same direction that the jaws open up, I would have bent it the other way. I would have bent it against against the jaw, and then it wouldn't have tried to roll on me as bad. And that's a quench bucket, so I quenched off the. You don't want the head to get hot. So I don't know what I'll do with this. It might end up. Somebody might come in and buy this. Somebody might. That's a little bit of beeswax and mineral oil. I might go down to the Art League. I might sell it on the Etsy store. I don't know. But this was over an hour, so it's really hard to get your money's worth out of this stuff, you know. I'll probably put $40 on it or something, and you don't really do this kind of stuff for the money. This is more for to get it out of your system. This is where the art thing comes in. You don't art because it makes you money. You art because you have to art. Well, there he is. Not perfect, but pretty cool. If you like it, boo. You know what to do. It's Cody Ironworks. Thanks, everybody.